got a small head.
Hello and welcome to the Heat Army podcast commentary this afternoon here at Gateshead Stadium for FA Cup action between Gateshead and Bradford Park Avenue. Hopefully Gateshead can do a little bit better than last year. We only had one game in the FA Cup last year when it was a bit of a dry start to the season. Of course, Gateshead didn't really know, or well, every team didn't know when the season was going to start until about 3 days before. And Gateshead, unfortunately, were defeated 2-1 away to Chorley, who went on to have a fantastic cup run in last season's FA Cup. Gateshead will be wanting to emulate that, but it has to start here this afternoon against Bradford Park Avenue. My name's David Gaddis, and I'm joined by two co-commentators today. We're joined by Jack Hunter, making his second appearance. How are you doing, Jack?
I'm really good, thanks.
And we'll speak to you a little later on about on the injury front, and also as well making a debut on the commentary is Charlotte Potts. Charlotte, how are you doing?
I'm great, thank you.
And are you excited about this one?
Very excited.
Right up to the lip there, and so we'll get out completely au fait with everything there. But Jack, as I say, we hope to have you back on the commentary sometime, but not when you're injured again.
No, I've had a tough start to the season. 3 injuries on the bounce, so I'm hoping that's my lot for the season. But hopefully about 2 weeks and I can be back involved. So I'm nearly there, but hopefully this will be my last one on the commentary.
Well, who knows? We may cover a reserve game. We don't know. But I'd say it's hopefully you'll be back into it. But it must be frustrating when the lads are playing so well at the moment.
Yeah, obviously it's good to watch the lads winning and getting good results, but not being able to do anything or help them when we aren't getting good results, that's frustrating. So the sooner I can get back, the better, I think.
It certainly is. And we've got a few injuries in the team. We have got the team sheet here at the moment, but we're still obviously missing Jack, Danny Greenfield and Luke Williams, both with broken feet, different varying degrees of broken feet, but Danny Greenfield going to be out for about another 2 months, and Luke Williams, I would imagine, probably within a month. But yeah, it's frustrating the injuries have come this early in the season, but hopefully we can get players back very soon and get back to a full squad. This is the Gateshead team at the moment that will be starting the game. Is Jacob Chapman in goal, Robbie Tinkler, Lewis Story, Alex Nicholson, Matty Jacob, Dan Ward, Owen Bailey, the captain Greg Ollie, and then the front three of Adam Campbell, Macaulay Langstaff and Kedwin Scott. There's only 4 substitutes on the bench today. You can name up to 7 in the FA Cup, but we did mention the aforementioned injuries. But the bench as today is Sam Guthrie, Paul Blackett, Connor Panney and manager Mike Williamson. And I'm saying, Charlotte, that without those injured players, it's still a very strong side that we've got out today.
Yeah, definitely think we can do something today.
It'd be nice to think that we can get off to a good start. Of course, we've been starting off very well in recent home games, but then giving fans a little bit of a heart attack in the second half, where other teams have come at us after they have to come at us after we've put them to the sword and went in 2 and 3-0 up, Jack, in recent games. It's teams can do nothing but come at us.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's obviously a strong point how well we do start games at the minute, but it's about trying to hold on a bit better and making it a bit more comfortable for everybody, especially the fans. I think they've had a couple of nervous games for the start of the season, but hopefully today it can be different.
It certainly is, and we hope that it's a very special time of year for non-league clubs. The FA Cup and Gateshead will be wanting to get a good run and at least make the first round and hopefully get a good tie away to a big team. I mean, there's still some big teams that you can pull out in the League One that enter the competition at that phase. But Jack, would say we've had some good games over the past few years. I mean, you were with us when we went to Oldham, weren't you?
Yeah, definitely.
And that was a good day out, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you get a chance in this competition. There's not many like it where if you win a couple of games, you can play against some big teams. So I think that's got to be an incentive for the lads today to try and get as far as we can and get a good run.
Yeah, and of course on that day as well, I think John Mellish scored out of the blue, and he can't stop scoring now, can he?
Oh no, I can't believe it. Every time I go on Sky Sports, John Mellish has scored, so hopefully he can keep doing it.
I know, he left the defender, and now he's like a Frank Lampard type for Carlisle. And I think there was a paper, I think his mum retweeted some pictures as well and put on Facebook about how he was very close to release from Carlisle and turned it right round now, and he cannot be dropped. He's a formidable force in that Carlisle side.
Yeah, he's flying, John. He's doing really, really well. We played him in pre-season last year, and he was playing in midfield, and everyone was a bit shocked, thinking, why is he playing in there? But he's done brilliant, so fair play to him.
It certainly has. And say, Charlotte, is there any people that you're interested in, or I'll say, looking forward to watching this afternoon in the Gateshead lineup?
Yeah, I'm excited to watch Adam Campbell. I think he's just a force to be reckoned with when he's going forward. He makes great runs. He comes to get on the ball. He's just a defender's nightmare, to be honest.
Yeah. I say the front three, obviously we've spoke about it on the Heat Army podcast, which you can join us on Thursday night at 9 p.m. fully live. We'll line up our guests. I think we've got Macaulay Langstaff possibly coming on. We've been trying to arrange that one for about 3 months, but now he's starting to reply to his messages since he's scoring goals. But we'll hopefully have him on. But yeah, we've been speaking all season long about the movement of the front three, and it's just been absolutely a joy to watch because they're really working as a unit up there. We talk about defensive units, but as an attacking unit, they really are, to say, stretching defenders all over the park. So it's really very interesting to watch. If you're joining us and you're of a Bradford Park Avenue persuasion, this is how Bradford is lined up today. It's Johnny Saltmer in goal, Mark Ross, Mitch Lund, Lucas Dunstan, we'll go with that. Get it right. Lucas Harvin as captain, Ryan Tulson, then we've got Isaac Marriott, Dylan Motley Henry, Akil Francis, Ollie Johnson, and Nicky Clee make up the starting lineup. And if you would like to send us a message, if you've got any questions either for Charlotte or for Jack Hunter, you can do. And we've got a message from Aaron Pinkerton. So, good afternoon, all. Looking forward to a 3-0 win today and hopefully a great turnout in the stands. All the best from Plymouth, from Erin, Elsa, and Ava. Thank you very much for joining us in. Joseph Manning has put, how are you all doing? So, how are you doing?
I mean, I think I'm better than Jack at the minute. We're being injured.
Yeah, Charlotte's doing better than me, but we're both good.
Yeah, we're doing all right. Thank you very much for joining us. Remember to share the stream, whether you're watching on Twitter, Facebook, or on YouTube, and you can message as everyone else has done there. And say the Tiny Way stand is starting to fill up here. We will keep you updated with a couple of local FA Cup fixtures as well. But I think Blythe are at home to FC United of Manchester, and Hebben, of course, friends of ours, are away to York City. And as I was talking to Charlotte before that, I think that's going to be a very big game for Steve Watson down there at York, because a little bit of unrest in the stands, a little unrest in the boardroom this week. There was a big vote, and a very important game for them to win down there. But for Hebben, also a massive game as well.
Yeah, and I think they thrive on them big occasions, don't they?
Yeah, I would say two Vals finals this year. Well, this past year, obviously with the delayed COVID, they had the one that they won from 2 seasons ago and unfortunately lost last season. And we've got another one from Gordon Manage. But hi lads, hope you're well. Well, there's a lady here as well. Don't forget. And we've got listening from Bosnia, Lynn and Alan. So thank you very much for joining us. We hope you enjoy this game this afternoon. It should be, hopefully, the start of a very nice cup run for Gateshead. And well, while we are on, if you are listening and you haven't been to a Gateshead game so far this season, if you do come, you're advised to buy your tickets in advance on the website. If you go on Gateshead FC, I can't remember the actual domain name, but go to Google Gateshead FC, go on the club website, you'll get all the information there. Of course, replica strips as well are available, and they look very nice this season. And you can find out all the latest information. Likewise, follow all of Gateshead FC's social media. Jack McGragan, the media manager, does a fantastic job. The video content this year is second to none. And there's been some absolutely fantastic training montages and interviews. And I tell you what, Ian Watson loves an interview, doesn't he, Jack?
Yeah, he loves being in the limelight, doesn't he?
He does. He started off more rigid at the beginning of the season, but now he's starting to like a chaise longue on the chairs when he's being interviewed for those pre-match and post-match interviews. But please do follow that. All on every social media platform, Gateshead FC. Have a search and you'll find out all of any announcements, any interviews, and the news that is coming out from the club. Likewise, as well, follow Gateshead FC, the Gateshead Soul, the fans cooperative that run the club. Any events that they have on, and if you want to help and get involved, all the information is on all of their social media and on their website. So please do that and follow them, and you'll really be helping this club. But there's a lot of similarities today between the two sides. Bradford Park Avenue, of course, they have a running track around their pitch, and both fan-owned as well. So, as I say, it's a big game for both teams, and they'll be both looking to get further into the competition as we go on today. And I'll say this is Charlotte's debut on commentary. You got any tips for her, Jack?
Don't say too much, and you cannot make any mistakes. That would be my advice.
Cheers, just leave me to say it all then. And have you got anything lined up, like for if anyone scores? Have you got any catchy phrases to go? Because I made the faux pas of saying skills to pay the bills for Macaulay Langstaff the other week.
I don't know, I think you just got to be in the moment, don't you?
Yeah.
Just however you react.
Well, that's what we'll
Be
do.
very careful of how you react.
Yeah. And Gordon has put, see you next Saturday at the Gloucester game. It's my birthday weekend next Saturday, so I'll be buying my Gateshead top next week. Well, we'll say happy birthday for then. Unfortunately, I won't be here to do the commentary next week. I'm at her wedding, sister-in-law, so that'll be fun. It's all right, they don't listen. So sadly, next week against Gloucester, there won't be any commentary from us, but I'm sure BBC Gloucester will be up here to provide any, what are called there. And someone's put, is there any pitch squares in the programme this year, please? I'm not exactly sure. Maybe it'd be best off tweeting the Gateshead Soul Twitter account. And we have Harry Foster listening here in Norwich. Good luck, lads. Well, thank you very much for joining us. So we're probably about 4 or 5 minutes from the teams coming out. Well, as I say that now, Greg Ollie leads Gateshead out onto the pitch. A good reception from the home fans, and we await Bradford Park Avenue to come out. I'll go through the Gateshead lineup just now. There is a Jordan Preston lookalike as well in the Preston ranks, so hopefully he doesn't score against us. Right, this is how Gateshead line up this afternoon for this FA Cup game. Jacob Chapman in goal, Robbie Tinkler, Lewis Story, Alex Nicholson, Matty Jacob, Dan Ward, Owen Bailey, the captain Greg Ollie, Adam Campbell, Macaulay Langstaff and Kedwin Scott complete the lineup. And the subs are Sam Guthrie, Paul Blackett, Connor Panny and Mike Williamson. Bradford Park Avenue, it is Saltmer in goal, Mark Ross, Mitch Lund, Lucas O'Dunstan, Lucas Harvin, Ryan Tolson, Isaac Marriott, Motley Henry, Akil Francis, Ollie Johnson, and Nicky Glee. And they have come out, and I'm pretty sure this is their away shirt. It is in red and black with white shorts and yellow socks. Gateshead in their black and white checky shirts, black socks and black shorts and white socks. And the FA Cup signs are on the pitch, and we dare to dream of what can be this season, but you can only get past the team that's in front of you now and say, Jack, they haven't had the best start of the season, Bradford Park Avenue, but they're in our league. We know that they've got to be respected.
Yeah, definitely. I think anybody in our league can beat anybody else on that day, so you've got to be careful when approaching a game like this, but I'm hoping that the lads should definitely have enough to get over the line today.
Certainly will. And just on the face of it, Bradford Park Avenue look a very big and physical side, don't they? I mean, their captain number 5, who's just in front of us, is a good 6 footer there, and he's as wide as he is tall. Yeah,
they look big, look like a big side, so it'll be tough. We'll have to defend the box well, I think, from set plays, but hopefully we'll be able to play our game and get a result.
Certainly will. Well, let's see, we're moments here from kickoff, and I'm going to put both of you on the spot. Charlotte, score prediction?
3-1.
3-1, Jack?
2-0 Gateshead.
Obviously the worst.
Yeah. I'm going to go 4-0. 4-0. I'm going to be optimistic. Yeah. Well, close lines in fine voice as we just await the coin toss at the moment. And we'll find out which way we are going to be shooting here. It's an overcast but bright day here on Tyneside. This Gateshead are going to be shooting from right to left here, shooting towards River Tyne, and it's going to be Bradford Park Avenue that kick off the game here. And it looks like it is going to be Isaac Marriott. He's got the ball at his feet. It's going to get us underway here.
It's the FA Cup, good people. Here we go.
As you heard, it is the FA Cup. It comes but once a year, and can Gateshead have a little run in it? We'll soon find out. Well, Roger Ely has put 3-1 prediction. Can't keep a clean sheet. And we've got another message from Sean Parry. Good luck, guys. Nothing better than the FA Cup qualifying match. Well, that's it. Bradford Park Avenue have the ball here. They've just put it through there, and it was Akil Francis, who's another big target man to aim for Bradford, and they've also got Motley Henry, who's up there as well. 2 strong physical strikers. as Chapman puts the ball out to Jacob on the left-hand side, brings it down well. Plays it inside to Campbell, who drops forward with the ball, edge of the box, puts it through to McCall Langstaff, who tried to flick it to Dan Ward, but gets it out of the ball back. Campbell just dispossessed, and the ball is pumped up towards Socail Francis, but Lewis Story's there to nod it down. And Jacob just managed to get through the legs, but goes out to play for a Gateshead throw. Mighty Jacob with the ball in his hands. He's settled in very quickly here at Gateshead. He seems to be part and parcel of the side pretty well as McCoy Langstaff goes down under a challenge. Referee says play on. And can he win the ball back? And it's number 4. That's Dunstan, who gets the ball pulled back. Is that for a free kick there? There it is. And we've got a player down. It's not what we want to see early doors. And it's Kedwin Scott. Is it Kedwin? Yeah. And he's back up onto his feet. You would have just bounced up from that, wouldn't you, Jack?
Yeah, I wouldn't have been rolling around on the floor like kids there. I don't know what he's doing.
FA Cup, he thinks the cameras are out today. Well, free kick's taken up towards Socail Francis, who's having a good battle there. He wins the header, but didn't manage to pick out a Bradford Park Avenue shirt. Dan Ward tried to clear it, but fell to a Bradford Park Avenue shirt. And now, Nicky Clee plays the ball across to the far side. It's Lund who has the ball, plays it inside, and Gateshead just managed to dispossess and try and get the ball away from the edge of their own box, but they've lost possession. Now Bradford tried to build, as put through to Jacob Chapman, just come out quickly there and grab the ball, and now Gateshead can try and break as McCall Langstaff receives it from Kedwin Scott, plays it back to Jacob. Started off with a good bit of intensity from both sides. It's played forward to Campbell, who plays the ball through to McCall Langstaff, who goes for a first-time shot, and defender did well to get his body in front of him. Campbell plays the ball back into the danger zone, but unfortunately goes straight out of play for a goal kick.
Yeah, they're really dropping off, aren't they? I think they know how dangerous we are going through the gaps.
I think Story and Nicholson are going to be in for a long afternoon with Socail Francis, and having Motley Henry just in behind as well to pick up the loose balls. He's shown what he's all about already, hasn't he, Francis? As goes towards Motley Henry, but Gateshead can just calmly play it back to Chapman. Nicholson receives the ball. Noah Bailey drops deep just to play it across to Story. Story under pressure, but manages to get it back to Chapman. The ball played out towards Robbie Tinkler, but Bradford Park Navy defence just read that well and goes out for a throw to Gateshead. And I would hazard a guess that Bradford Park Avenue have maybe looked at a couple of tapes of Gateshead. They're not letting us have much time at the back with the ball, are they?
No, I think that we knew that they would do this. I think they were going to sit behind the ball.
Ward puts it to Jacob. Can Jacob cross it in? Ball just gets stuck under his feet. Now it goes for a goal kick. Yeah, they're not giving us much time at all, are they?
No. I think that we'll be able to build the possession up well. It's just trying to create chances. I think will be tough.
Yeah. As one of the sponsors has went past, Tony Carter. He's on the back of the shirts, giving us a nice wave. Well, 5 minutes gone, 0-0 here. And a fairly open game thus far, but got to respect Bradford Park Avenue with their attacking size around the box. As now Lund plays it out to the far side. Nicky Clee picks it up in midfield. He's carrying the ball forward himself now, gives it off to Tulson. Tulson finds it out to the right wing. Jacob's out there to try and close down. Plays it inside, and it's going to be kept in. And is that a corner? No, goal kick. It must have went out. It was Isaac Marriott tried to keep that ball in. Gets to quickly take the goal kick, and trying to get the ball higher up the pitch as the captain, Ollie, picks it up inside his own half, plays it across to Matty Jacob, who's in acres of space, chests the ball down well. And if he looks up, he's got Kedwin inside, but tries to get past his man, and the option was to pass it earlier, I think, there.
I think he could have held that up a little bit more. Dan Ward looked like he was getting round.
Well, Story and Nicholson dealing with Akil Francis well there, and now Owen Bailey brings the ball forward. Gives it out to Tinkler in his second stint with the club. Now Matty Jacob has got a bit of space to run into with the ball. He's got Kedwin Scott on the left-hand side, who he finds. Nice little bit of footwork there from Kedwin. Can he cross the ball in? He can, but it's put out for a corner there. And that was lovely movement from Kedwin. It seemed to give a lot of room there, didn't it, to Matty Jacob when he had the ball?
Yeah, I think they've done well to find the spare man there, Gateshead. And Ked's done really well there as well. Nearly a good chance from that.
Oh, Ollie is going to take this corner just down here on the left-hand side in front of us. This one comes in, it's going to go towards the back post. It's nodded back across. Back across again, and now it's been brought down. Out to Ollie. Crosses the ball into Dave Warren and poke clear by a Bradford Park Avenue defender. Out for another corner. And this is better from Gateshead, probing into the box. Well, this time Dan Ward is coming over to take this. Looks like it could be a short corner. Campbell's there as well in support. This time it's opened up the box a bit more here. Taken short to Campbell. Now Ollie has the ball, gives it to Dan Ward. He nearly overran it, and back to Ward again. Puts the ball towards the far post and headed back into the middle, but headed clear by O'Dunstan. It's going to be kept in on the far side. Dan Ward pings a ball for Matty Jacob, who finds himself on the right-hand side. Crosses the ball in. It's a dangerous one. Keeper comes out and grabs that in front of Macaulay Langstaff. Gateshead just starting to get a little bit of a foothold in this game now. Remember, if you're all just joining us and tuning in, it is 0-0 here, entering the 9th minute. Gateshead National Stadium, FA Cup action. If you'd like to message us, let us know where you're listening from in the world. Or if you've got any messages for Jack Hunter or Charlotte Potts who join us on commentary today, please do so as Lewis Story lays the ball off to Nicholson. And Bradford Park Avenue quite happy to sit a little bit deeper. Now a bit of pressure onto the Gateshead defences to pass the ball around. Well, now it's played forward. Story gets it to Kedwin Scott, who wins a throw in. No deflection there. Get the impression, Charlotte, that Bradford don't like it when we're running at them with the ball. I think they prefer it coming over the top.
No, absolutely. You can see them just trying to stay compact, stay organised. They don't like them runners running in behind. I think we could keep the ball a little bit longer and maybe disjoint them before we get to them runners.
And Matty Jacob has the ball now, gives it to Dan Ward, who lays it all the way back to Nicholson. Lewis Story. Now he can carry the ball forward. Puts a nice ball to McCall Langstaff, and his touch there was the right idea to Dan Ward, but just too much pace on it, and it went through to the Bradford Park Avenue keeper. Now Bradford try and build themselves from the back as they play back to their goalkeeper in all light blue. Pumps the ball up to Dunstan. Good header there from Matty Jacob, and fouled in the process, wins a free kick about 5 yards inside his own half. Well, we're in the first 10 minutes, and Matty Jacob's already put a shift in today. He's found himself on the right wing as well. He's all over today.
He puts himself about, doesn't he, Matty? Really good in the air as well for someone who's not the tallest.
Well, Langstaff tackled there, and now Akil Francis found himself surrounded by blue shirts, but not blue shirts, by black and white shirts there. And Gateshead do well to win it back, but still under pressure as Dan Ward ran into trouble and was fouled in the process. And Thought he was a little bit fortunate to get the free kick there. Gateshead can now try and build from Nicholson on the far side. Ollie gives it back to Nicholson. We haven't seen much go down the right-hand side yet, have we? It's all been down the left so far. Robbie Tinkler, he hasn't managed to get the ball to cross it into the box yet, which is quite uncharacteristic for him. But we know we've got that weapon in our arsenal as the ball comes over to Matty Jacobs, who nods it back towards Dan Ward, wins the header. Was he pushed in the air? He was. And it was Motley Henry there, who I think the momentum carried him into that, but he put his hands up and that's where it was. The referee took it to take that free kick again. He was still talking to Motley Henry. And the Story played across the defence to Nicholson. Gives it to Ollie, who finds himself on the right-hand side now. Robbie Tinkler has the ball. Just has to cut back on himself. Back to Ollie. Sitting very deep up Bradford Park Avenue at the moment. Just camped out on their edge of the box as Gateshead try and get the ball up to Kedwin Scott on the edge of the box. Twist and turn. 3 shirts around him. Does very well to keep it in. A lovely ball to Tinkler. Just too much on that one. There it goes. But if Bradford are happy to sit like that, Gateshead will be happy to try and ping the ball around and find a gap. Charlotte, would you say that Bradford are looking to hit us on the break, the way they're set up to play at the moment?
Absolutely, I was just about to say we need to be careful if we lose the quality a little bit around the box that they don't counter on us. Obviously, they're looking to utilise their height quite a lot, which they just have there. Yeah,
and well, I think Lewis Story has took a knock in that aerial battle with Keel Francis there, who's coming over to say he didn't mean it, but I don't think Lewis Story wants to know that one. Didn't quite see the contact there. I just seen the header from Akil Francis, but that's the danger that we've got there. He's so big and he hangs in the air like a salmon as well when the ball goes up to him. But yeah, we've got to be very careful of that. I think Motley, Henry, and Francis don't seem to get much further back than the edge of the centre circle, do they, when they come back to defend? So they're always on the prowl for that ball coming over the top. But let's see, a few Gateshead players taking the opportunity to get some water on board at the moment. It's not a red hot day, but it's still quite warm. And, just a break in play here. So a big thank you to everyone that's tuned in. Remember, please do share us with your fellow Gateshead fans who are not able to make the game today. Let us know if you're listening from work or on a beach somewhere as Mike Williamson warms up in preparation if he has to come on. If Lewis Story can't continue, I don't know if it's cut or not. I
think it looks like I think that's why it's going to be a cut on his face, isn't it?
Yeah.
I hope not. He's been a massive player for the season so far, Louis.
He stepped up really well. I think everyone knew his quality as a player around the North East non-league scene, but to step up, 3-4 leagues with ease and well, looks like a carbon copy of Mike Williamson the way he plays, doesn't he? He's very calm on the ball, and we mentioned just before kickoff we really couldn't afford to have any more injuries, really, could we? But fingers crossed he can continue. But it does look that Belly, the physio, is keeping some pressure on his face there, I think, to try and stop this bleeding. Hopefully he can continue, but if not, we've got a more than capable replacement in Mike Williamson to come on. I'm guessing it would have been an elbow when he went up, because Story didn't really seem to leave the ground, did he, when he went in for the challenge? Because Akil got that high.
Yeah, he just went to flick the ball back.
Yeah. Well, still, if you all just join us, it's Gateshead 0, Bradford Park Avenue 0 here in the FA Cup second round qualifier. We're about into the 16th minute, and we've had a couple of minutes stoppage here for Lewis Story, who has took a knock And hopefully he can continue. But Mike Williamson is warming up at the moment. I'll have to take this moment just to have a little look around on Twitter to see if we can see any scores around from the FA Cup. And it does look like Mike Williamson is going to have to come on here to replace Lewis Story. I'm guessing it's probably a deep one. It's 0-0 at Blythe Spartans in the FA Cup. We'll see how Hebburn are getting on down York. It's about to get underway here again. As we wait for Mike Williamson to get stripped and come on, and it's still 0-0 at Hebburn at the moment. At York, where Hebburn are playing their FA Cup qualifying round against York City. Well, Jacob Chapman has the ball, and we're going to get back underway here. So he launches the ball up towards Kedwin Scott, but just far too much power there. And Mike Williamson is about to come on here in the 17th minute to replace Lewis Story.
The only substitution for Gateshead, and leaving the pitch, number 14, Lewis Story, being replaced by number 6, Mike Williamson.
Well, I don't want to tempt fate, but if we had another injury in the back four, you would think Owen Bailey could drop back into there. So we have got cover there.
Yeah, Bale's is so versatile. He's more than comfortable playing at centre half. So we're lucky to have options like that.
Certainly have, as Kedwin Scott kept the ball in just on the halfway line in between the dugouts there, and good battle for the ball as the ball's played over the top but goes out of play, and it's a throw indicator just inside their own half. Well, hopefully that hasn't took the momentum out of the game for Gateshead, that stoppage there, as Kedwin receives the ball, gets it to Ollie. If he looks up, he's got the runner of Tinkler, who he does pick out, has to check his run. Back into Ollie, lovely pass back to Tinkler. And can Tinkler get across into the box? Oh, nice bit of footwork as well. Again, back to Tinkler, crosses the ball in this time. Kedwin tried to get a head onto it, and the ball is going to be, well, we have a free kick here, and I thought it might have went the other way there, but it did look like Jacob checked his man, but there must have been a shirt pull from the other angle we didn't see. But if it's true, it's just a free kick here for Gateshead. Are you surprised by that one, Charlotte?
Yeah, it was very, very slight. I did see a little shirt pull, but slightly harsh from the referee there.
It's a very dangerous position
Dangerous
here.
area.
Macaulay
Indeed.
Langstaff was hovering about, but Greg Ollie, we know what he can do from a free kick here, and Campbell as well. He's standing there. But it's probably about 10 yards from the centre of the box to the left-hand side here. Ideal place for a free kick, if you're capable of taking them, that is. Greg Ollie tries to bend it round, and in it goes! Greg Ollie just points to the stand, takes a little bow, and why not? Because that was perfection.
What a goal.
Great technique.
He's always practicing and training, the end of training free kicks, and you can see there it's paid off.
Well, the celebration was understated, but the goal wasn't. That was absolutely sublime from Greg Ollie, the captain there, making it 1-0 to Gateshead. 20 minutes gone here.
It was one of them where you could see it go in before it even went in, couldn't you?
Beautiful stuff. Well, that's it. I guess, but great rule and great goal. And we've got a big loss that. We didn't see that one from Roger Ely. That was obviously a little story going off. But Gateshead now have to defend as they have the ball on the far side. Does that go out? Goes out for a goal kick. Wow. Mike Williamson still doing a little cheeky warm up there in the box.
It was going to be a big 5 minutes.
Oh, it certainly is. And I really can't wait to see that goal again on the replay, because that was absolutely inch perfect. What did you think of the celebration, though? The little finger pointing.
I didn't see it. I was too busy celebrating myself.
Yeah, nice little finger point and half bow. It was beautiful. But Campbell now drives forward with the ball. If he looks up, he's got Macaulay Langstaff, who he finds. He's going to try and do something with the ball himself, but he's had a wall of defenders in front of him. Now he gets the ball back from Campbell. Cross comes in. Oh, and I thought that might have snuck in there, but Kedwin couldn't keep it in. And, well, Gateshead turning the screw. Yeah, I thought Macaulay Langstaff went for an audacious one there from a tight angle, but nearly went across to Kedwin. Oh, Macaulay Langstaff's got a song to the heartbeat theme tune now. Oh. Headed on by Owen Bailey. It's going to come back towards Keel Francis, who didn't get the ball. Now Mike Williamson can play it out, but didn't find Campbell. As the ball comes straight back, and now that's a lovely bit of play from Bradford on far side. Cross comes in, but it's way too high. I think the Gateshead defenders had a Keel Francis in, Motley Henry there in well marked, but still a very dangerous position he got into waiting for the ball. Unfortunately for Gateshead, the cross wasn't up to much, but it's a throw in here near the corner flag for Gateshead. And Bradford starting to really start to push the man mark, and now they've come really high up the pitch. They want to try and get back into this one as soon as possible. They missed the header, and so did Kedwin Scott. Ball's up in the air, and now Bradford can try and bring the ball forward. The captain plays it all the way back to his own goalkeeper. That was good pressure there from Gateshead, stopping the ball from moving forward. Matty Jacob wins the header. It's going to go for a throw in just inside their own half as Dunstan has the ball. Oh, lovely play from Dan Ward as he beats his man, still going. Macaulay Langstaff was expecting it over his right hand side, but gets it back in possession with the ball with Kedwin Scott. If he looks up, he finds Campbell. His first touch, just got the stretch to that one. Unfortunately, straight through to the goalkeeper. Lewis Wilkinson, nice to see the skipper get a goal. Well, when you see it in the replays and the highlights, it's something to be admired. It's a lovely, lovely set piece. Well, Motley Henry beaten in the air by Jacob. Mike Williamson again pumps the ball clear over the top. And it's going to be kept in by Bradford. It is. It's been a little bit scrappy at the moment, but Bradford get it back on the grass, and now ball out to the far side, but Robbie Tinkler's there just to intercept. Play it back to Chapman. Tinkler's got more into the game in the last 10 minutes as well. We said they had been a bit quiet down the right hand side, but now he's starting to come into it, which is good to see. Oh, lovely stuff. Matty Jacob brings it down. Oh, trying to play it through to Macaulay Langstaff, but Gateshead can still pick up the ball. As Kedwin plays it inside, and a touch just eluded Gateshead in around the box there, and Macaulay Langstaff knew nothing about that as it goes out for a goal kick. Well, we're approaching the halfway stage of the first half, and I think we've got to be quite happy with the way things are going at the moment.
Definitely.
Well, Bradford just in possession, deep in their own half. The pressure from the Gateshead front line as it goes back to the keeper, who has to take a touch. Clears the ball up the park. Ollie's there to intercept, and off Owen Bailey's head. I don't think he knew much about that. Out for a throw in just in front of the Bradford Park Avenue dugout. With Dunstan under pressure from Ward. Now we can try and bring the ball forward as Nicky Clee plays it out to Lund on the far side. Lund plays it inside to Johnson. Back to Clee. Clee gives it into Tulson. Now Bradford, a lot of players committed forward here as a ball through to Tulson, who cleared out by Gateshead. But Bradford got forward in numbers there. If they had had a better delivery, that would have been a lot more of a dangerous situation, but it's still not fully cleared yet by Gateshead. As Bradford try and build here on the right-hand side, as Ross plays it all the way back to the captain, Harvin. And now Bradford still trying to probe with this ball, and the less said about that one, the better. Just goes straight out of play across the park, and Gateshead can have a throw in and try and build an attack of their own. Jacob, the ball in his hands. Dan Ward comes to receive and wins another throw-in off Akil Francis. I imagine it must be quite frustrating for Akil Francis because the only time he gets the ball, it comes up with him at 100 mile an hour and aimed at his head. He's not having the best of afternoons, isn't he, so far, really?
No, you can see they're not getting very close to him, the rest of the Bradford players. He's been quite exposed on his own up there.
Yeah, I mean, without exaggerating, he's about 25 yards away from a teammate at most points in the game. But Gateshead can try and build here as Kedwin Scott in his own half brings it across to Ollie, who in turn finds Mike Williamson. Played inside to Bailey, who at times it does look like we play with back three when we move forward because Bailey just drops deep into that position, doesn't it? So got the best of both worlds at the moment. This ball comes across to Matty Jacob, but it's intercepted. Nice nod down from Campbell to McCall Langstaff to Tinkler. Now Ollie has the ball. Back out to Tinkler. Be looking to get a good delivery, but instead goes down the line to Campbell. Campbell gives it to Ollie. Tinkler. Gateshead just happy to pass the ball about, but there's a bad pass there from Dan Ward there. And now Akil Francis finds himself bearing down on goal, but keeper comes out and grabs that. And that's the first time we've seen a good bit of movement from the midfield and strikers there from Bradford Park Avenue.
Yeah, although Keel's left there up on his own a lot, I think we still need to be wary of his pace because he looks rapid to be fair.
He showed a good turn of pace there when he got the ball. Well, nearly got onto the ball, should I say. Helena Telford, she sent us a message, but what's the score? It is 1-0 to Gateshead here, 28 minutes gone. There's a Greg Ollie free kick. A goal that even David Beckham would have been proud of. It was in that calibre as Macaulay Langstaff just brings the ball down really well. He's battling there, and that's a free kick to Gateshead. And Macaulay Langstaff didn't give up on that.
He looked like he could have been slightly offside there as well.
Unfortunately, he wasn't, but his first touch to bring that ball down there and keep the momentum going was lovely. Well, dangerous position here. It's probably about 8 yards down from the right-hand side of the box. Ollie's going to stand over this one. Perfect place to get a delivery in. Mike Williamson's coming up to get in here, and it's going to have to be a very good delivery with the size of these Bradford Park Avenue defenders. And see, Akil Francis is back there to help out as well. So, it's a grass cutter there, and it goes in. Oh, it doesn't. I got a little bit carried away there. I think it was Macaulay Langstaff got the shot and just past the post. But we're saying it had to be a good delivery over the top to beat them, but he went along the ground. I think he has an earpiece in. He's listening to it. He didn't want to do what I was saying. Well, into the 30th minute. If you're just joining us, Gateshead 1, Bradford Park Avenue 0 in this FA Cup second qualifying round. Is now it's been brought forward by Ross. Pings the ball over the top, looking for the run of Akil Francis. He did enough to put the Gateshead players off there and goal kick, but yeah. You just feel if he had a bit more support, Akil Francis, there'd be a lot more dangerous going forward, wouldn't there, really? As I said, we've mentioned it right throughout the game. He's a bit...
He's exposed, isn't he? He's a threat. You can see that he's a threat in there.
I mean, obviously, we don't get to see Bradford Park Avenue much. I don't know if they've got players missing or players on the bench can change it for them, but they just look like they're missing a couple of wingers, really, don't they? They look very in midfield. It's very central. They're not getting out into the flanks at all. But Alex Nicholson takes the ball over the halfway line, plays it out to Kedwin Scott, who has Mortley Henry for company, leaves him on his backside. Now it's with Ollie. Ollie's looking for a runner, gives it to Kedwin Scott, back to Ollie. Gateshead happy to stay in possession here, trying to find a way to break down this wall of red shirts. There's a lovely ball to Kedwin Scott. The flag goes up very late there. From this angle, I couldn't quite tell, but first impressions, he wasn't offside, but I
Now
could just...
that is when we look dangerous.
Yeah,
When we build it up towards the box. He was slightly off.
yeah. I see Kedwin's starting to get a little bit more into it as well now. He's been out on the left-hand side a fair bit during this first half. But we know what he can do when he gets in and around the box. Well, Motley Henry's out here on the right-hand side by himself, but Jacob's seen it. Gets beaten in the air. Ball goes back in the air. Motley Henry manages to bring it down. Ward helps to get in there, and that's a lovely strong tackle from Jacob, but falls to a Bradford Park Avenue shirt. Referees that play carry on there. There was a late tackle, but Bradford Park Avenue went further back than they have forward with the ball. Now the ball's hooked forward, and it's going to go all the way through to Jacob Chapman in the Gateshead goal. Thought the referee pulled that one back there. There was a little...
It looked like a foul from, yeah.
Tinkler plays the ball forward, finds... Oh, lovely pass out to Macaulay Langstaff from Campbell. Takes out dead ball, then crosses it in. Good save from the keeper. Manages to get it cleared. And that's a throw into Gateshead, and it's another nice little build-up from Gateshead as well. As the wind picks up here at Gateshead Stadium, which isn't a shock to anybody. Well, Campbell has the ball. Now it's with Ollie. Ollie gives it to Campbell, puts the ball over the top there. Oh, Tinkler wasn't able to stretch his leg out to get it there, and still not out of Gateshead's possession now. There was Ollie, lays it off to Bailey. Oh, and a slip there from Dan Ward, and lovely recovery from Bailey there. Now Ward can put it out to Kedwin Scott. He needs some shirts in the centre though. He's got a bit of support now through Ward. Ward, can he cross the ball into the box? He can. And no Gateshead shirt there, and had to be headed clear out of, for a corner from Isaac. Oh, didn't go out, sorry. I was thinking it was going out, and I'm looking at the team sheet to see who it was. Keeper recovered it there.
Yeah,
Right.
keeper done well to keep that in there.
Looks like Bailey might be struggling with a knock.
Yeah, he did go in for he was quite stretched there, and a tackle there on Motley Henry there.
It looked like 8 just kicked out there off the ball.
It did, didn't it? Well, the referee's having a word just to calm things down. I think he wants to have a word with Motley Henry as well. Linesman's seen it, so I think we
Could be off if he's seen it.
Yeah. Well, referee and linesman having a battle here. Mighty Jacob there wants to make it known that he was kicked, and the referee, well, nothing comes of it.
That's strange. If he's seen it, then surely he's got to be off.
What would you do, Jack? Would you encourage a conversation with the referee? Or
I
would you stay quiet?
I would be standing right next to the referee now in his ear, I think.
It makes you think if the linesman had seen something enough to pull him over to talk about it, then what did the referee talk him out of seeing it? I don't know. I mean, that's if it was about that incident. I mean, it could have been about something else, but highly unlikely.
I stay out of them chats, me. I like to keep the referees sweet.
Well, Bradford Park Avenue players taking this opportunity now to get some water on board, and I shouldn't have said anything earlier on. I said I don't want to curse it, but I said if anyone had any more defensive issues, we could have.
I was going to say it sounds like you're going to curse him.
Yeah. Oh no. Well, he's coming over.
I hope he's going to be okay.
Yeah, he's walking a bit gingerly here. Hopefully, he can run it off. We've got.
Yeah, he'll be okay.
Yeah.
I hope.
Yeah. Oh, I don't. Yeah.
Put some magic water on.
That's all he needs. Mark Walton, assistant kit man there, giving him some water. That'll perk him right up. Well, after all of that, we do have a free kick Bradford Park Avenue. That's just been taken. O'Dunstan nearly dispossessed by Dan Ward. Now try and build from the back, from the far side as the ball goes out to Lund. Keeps it in. Nice pressure from Campbell, wins the ball back, and now can get to turn it into attack as McCall Langstaff plays into the middle of Dan Ward. Lays it off to Ollie. Ollie gets it across to Kedwin Scott, who brings it down well. Can he cut in himself? He's trying to beat a few men there, lays it off to Robbie Tinkler, who now goes for a shot himself, deflects in out corner. Well, just thought when Kedwin Scott got that first touch, I thought he might have just been able to get round the man, but there seemed to be another one there waiting for him. But another good bit of build-up play there.
I did predict Robbie Tinkler, didn't I?
You did.
I did.
It's just before we came on air, we tried to do some predictions on who was going to score. I said Dan Ward. You fancied Macaulay, didn't you, for another goal? And of course, Charlotte was nearly about to shout, I got it right there. It was a Robbie Tinkler shot, but now Ollie on the far side. Lofts a ball in towards the 6-yard box, just on the edge of it. It's still not clear. It's very scrappy. The moment shot off, saved by the goalkeeper from Macaulay Langstaff. Free kick given in the melee following that. But
Very scrappy.
yeah, keeper did well to see that. Well, 38 minutes gone. I would imagine we could probably have 3-4 minutes of added on injury time here at the end of this half. With the injuries to Lewis Story, and we had a little bit of treatment there for Owen Bailey as well, who seems to be moving all right now.
Bradford's starting to look slightly frustrated now.
Yeah, so we'll have to close down on the offset. Well, referee's Linesman's got his flag up. Linesman's got his flag up. Referee hasn't seen it. Bradford Park Avenue have put the ball in the back of the net, and I don't know if this is going to stand off yet. Well, surely the only thing I think it's going to be disallowed, or there was a foul. But which way was the foul? Didn't say anything in the build-up. Jacob Chapman isn't happy. Gator players are protesting. We haven't seen the referee and assistant talk yet. They look like they closed down Gateshead on the build-up play there. Goal stands. I didn't say anything personally.
It looked like he put his flag up for offside.
I thought that, but
then he couldn't have been offside because
they were in possession after we kicked it out, yeah.
and
Chased
then
it down.
Who was it that was standing on the line?
I think there was definitely a Gator player on the line.
Yeah.
So, but I think it was number 8 that put that in the back of the net there, was it? It was Motley Henry, I think. Sure, we'll find out, but it is 1-1 here through. Well,
that all happened so suddenly.
But you know, on the face of it, you just got to say it was a little bit sloppy from Gateshead at the back there. They didn't look behind them when they played the ball out.
Very sloppy. You can't afford to do that at this time in the game.
No, well, 39 minutes gone. Gateshead 1, Bradford Park Avenue 1. Gateshead gifting the opportunity to Bradford Park Avenue, you'd have to say. And that is, well, you know, thing is going to spark a little bit of life into Bradford Park Avenue now. Well, Owen Bailey, Bradford happy to close down now. Gateshead building it round. Now it goes back to Jacob Chapman. To Williamson. Gateshead fans somewhat a little bit disgruntled in the stand behind us as Ollie plays a beautiful ball out to Jacob Chapman, who his first touch brings it down well. Owen Bailey keeps it in. Now Greg Ollie can drive forward in the centre of the pitch. Matty Jacob, did he get through? Oh, good tackle there, recovering. It was a lovely ball from Greg Ollie through to Matty Jacob, who found himself going through on goal there, but the defender did enough to put him off. As he said, Charlotte, that goal come out of nowhere and quite deflating.
I still can't get over it, to be honest. Like I said, we had all the momentum. Bradford were getting frustrated. You make a silly little mistake like that and you get punished.
Yeah, well, we said it all along. I mean, it was Socail Francis that intercepted the ball. I think it was. I can't remember if it was him that put it in or won the ball back.
I think it was a 7 that put it in. I think
it was 7
on
that
the
put it
far
in.
side.
Yeah.
I think it was.
It was Isaac Marriott then. But yeah, Very disappointing. And now Bradford Park Avenue have the opportunity to put the ball in the box. It's a free kick with 15 yards inside the gated half on the far side, but they've, well, number 8 slipped and the ball goes out there. Wasted opportunity from Bradford Park Avenue. And it's a goal kick to Gateshead. Yeah, I'm sure the Gateshead defence and goalkeeper will not be wanting to see that. Watch back on the highlights when the game's being analysed. And the ball comes through, and that's a lovely interception from Matty Jacob there. He's looking dangerous at the back and going forward at the moment. Crucial interception, as he did have Ollie Johnson bearing down behind him.
Goal scorer for Bradford Park Avenue, number 7.
Yeah, so it's Isaac Marriott that got the final to the description, because it just just come out of the blue, and it was just what was going on, and then the aftermath of the linesman.
I definitely think we're missing that Louis Story voice that squeezes us up.
Yeah, it was nothing short of a calamity, that goal, really. But Macaulay Langstaff gives it to Ollie. Ball goes all the way back to Mike Williamson. Now Owen Bailey can play the ball out to Robbie Tinkler, whose first touch just let him down there for once, and out it goes for a throw in to Bradford Park Avenue on the far side. I think Gateshead could probably do with half time to come a little bit sooner, just so we can reevaluate and get our composure back. But still plenty of time to get another goal here. There'll be at least 3 or 4 minutes of added on time here in the first half, you would think, as Nicholson lays the ball off to Matty Jacob. Owen Bailey just brings the ball forward back to Jacob. Not a movement in front of him. Macaulay Langstaff was just dispossessed there. Out it goes for a throw in just inside the Bradford Park Avenue half. And Ollie plays it back to Chapman, who comes out like a sweeper himself there and lays it across to Williamson. Back to Chapman. Chapman clears the ball up and nodded back. Oh, and my words! The keeper was a little bit deceived there. I thought it might end up in the back of the net, but defender's touch just took that away from the keeper. Yeah, and a scramble back to get to it. Well, now Bradford try and build something down the left-hand side. Lund gives it to number 8 who went down there. That was Motley Henry. But now still try and go forwards. Nicky Clee lays it back to the goal scorer, Marriott. Marriott tries to get across and down. So there hasn't been the ball hasn't set up for Macaulay Langstaff today. That is 4 minutes of added on time.
Not what we need. I think Bradford's confidence is lifting now.
Keel Francis comes down as Chapman picks it up the edge of the box. And for a second, I thought his foot was outside the box. There was appeals for there on the far side. Must have just been on the line. Now Ollie drops deep and can bring the ball forward. Gives it to Ollie Bailey on the halfway line. Owen Bailey, not Ollie Bailey. Back with Bailey.
The referee has indicated that there will be a minimum of 4 minutes additional time.
Langstaff plays the ball out to the right-hand side there, and now Chapman puts it in, and the delivery wasn't great, but we're going to get a throw in right next to the corner flag here on the far side. And since that goal, it seems to have sparked Bradford Park Avenue's midfield into life, because the gaps that we were finding earlier to bring the ball forward just aren't there at the moment. Throw in on the far side into that 4 minutes of added on time.
It's definitely impacted our decision making too.
Yeah, definitely. And well, Gateshead have the ball here. Bailey gives it to Ollie. Now Dan Ward Jacobs there for support. Puts inside with the ball himself, gives it back to the captain, Greg Ollie. Puts it through to Tinkler, crosses the ball in. Oh, and well defended there by Harvin, and it's a corner Gateshead on the far side. Now, if there was ever a attempt to make the set piece count, I think this would be it, going in just before the break. Well, Williamson's up for this one. Towards the edge of the 6-yard box, and we've got a header off there. I think it was from Williamson, and over the bar it went. Well, Bradford fans are in a little bit of voice on the far side. A fair few of them have travelled up. Looks 50 or so. Well, I imagine there'll only be about another minute left here in added on time. It's Gateshead 1, Bradford Park Avenue 1. Gateshead took the lead through a fantastic free kick from the captain, Greg Ollie, and conceded one through a mix-up at the back, and the less said about that, the better. But now Bradford Park Avenue, have they got one last attack in them in the first half as Ollie intercepts, and now Gateshead can break with this as Macaulay Langstaff's dispossessed, and Campbell just slipped. And now Bradford Park Avenue are back on the attack. Fielder cuts in, plays. Oh, good interception from Mike Williamson there. Now can Gateshead get the ball forward again as Macaulay Langstaff carries it down the right-hand wing. Not much support in the middle, gets past his man. That's some good stuff. Drives into the box on the far side. Cuts back on himself, and his touch was just a little bit too heavy. And out it goes for a throw-in on the far side. But, yeah.
End for the last couple of minutes.
It is, yeah. You wouldn't have been shocked to see a goal from either side the way we've been going like this. But now can the ball get crossed into the box? Keeper didn't get anywhere near it. Oh, lovely flick there. Can the shot? Oh, hits the post. Matty Jacob had the chance to send Gateshead in at the part, going 2-1 up, but just wasn't to be. And it must have been a save there. I thought it hit the post, but wow.
What a way to get back that back in the box as well.
Yeah.
It was one of them. Do you take a touch or do you just get it in?
Nice little flick, wasn't it? Ollie. It's another one in. This one's a deeper one towards the back. Williamson wins the header, does he? And it did, but it went out of play. And you would imagine that is all we've got here from the first half. But Charlotte, and see if you've got to say Bradford didn't look like getting a goal until we gifted them one there.
Not at all. They looked a bit deflated, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, pressed us.
Well, we've got to stay switched on for 90 minutes, and Gateshead were found wanting there a little bit. And we're going to go into the half level by the looks of it here. And a bit of head tennis going on at the moment. Nicholson now clears the ball for Macaulay Langstaff to run to, and there's a free kick after Nicholson cleared the ball there. He was fouled. And this seems like the longest 4 minutes ever. We're still playing here in the first half. Now, ball's out to Kedwin Scott. Plays it back to Nicholson. Nicholson tried to thread the ball through there, and keeper comes out all day. And that is half time here at Gateshead International Stadium. Gateshead 1, Bradford Park Avenue 0. The Bradford Park Avenue 1, sorry. And, well, proverbially, Gateshead just shot themselves in the foot, didn't they, really, in that first half, Jack?
Yeah, I think we have still played well in parts. It's just disappointing to not go in and
it was that 5 seconds of madness, really, wasn't it? That where we switched off and we conceded, but still a lot of football to be played, and Gateshead still looked the more dangerous of the two sides, creating more better chances and making the goalkeeper work more. But you would think that in the second half we'll come out and compose ourselves a little bit more. The loss of Lewis Story, Charlotte, was a big one, wasn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah.
He closes the gaps and gets us up the park in units.
I think obviously it was an unexpected injury as well. Mike Williamson, he was still doing warm-ups and stretches when he came on for a good 5-10 minutes after he came on. But we'll be back for the second half. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully the second half we'll see Gateshead get back into full gear and get themselves back in front. But until then, we're just going to switch the mics off. The stream will still be live. We'll be back with you just before kickoff. Well, you join us back here at Gateshead International Stadium. Both teams are coming back out onto the pitch. I don't think there's any changes at the moment, but I think we've got a little bit of clarification on possibly why the linesman put his flag up for the equaliser. I say, Jack, you were down there and you heard that the referee thought the initial touch came off Bailey and put that onside.
Yeah, but I don't think it did. I think the touch came from the Bradford player, so it probably shouldn't have been given, but we've just got to try and turn it around now in the second half and get it over the line.
There was a lot of appeals even from Mike Williamson as well when it happened, but we have to move on and move forward. These things happen, but say the sun is out for the second half here. Hopefully the sun is shining down on Gateshead and we can get ourselves back in front here, but there's a lot of football to be played. Another 45 minutes. You won't miss a kick here with us in the second half, so please do share us with your friends and Gateshead fans that haven't listened in. And well, we've had a couple of tweets that we didn't get to read out that didn't come through on our chat here. Mickey the Heat fan has put that's some free kick that, hoping we see something similar from Jack this season when he stops having a skive with his injuries.
I think I'm due a few goals, actually.
Yeah.
I think I had a few chances last season to get a couple of goals and never happened, but I think this season I could get a couple, so try and make it up to the fans.
Yeah, and Mickey's also put another question. The burning question is, does Charlotte want a chicken and leek pie? He's trying to fatten you up for some reason, Charlotte. I don't know why.
I'm already a powerhouse, man.
A powerhouse.
Don't need to fatten me up.
It's all muscle. Right. Well, we're just waiting for the second half to start here. And Mike Williamson, he was holding us up there. Out he comes. Well, we've got the full quarter of players now on the pitch. Referee looks at his watch, and we're about to get underway here. Gateshead shooting from left to right now, with Bradford shooting towards the River Tyne in the second half. What does the second half have in store for us? Well, we're about to find out as the ball's played all the way back to Chapman. And now Alex Nicholson can carry the ball up the pitch and dinks the ball over the top, looking for the run of Macaulay Langstaff, but headed clear by Bradford. But Gateshead can try and build now as Ollie puts it out to Tinkler here on the right-hand side. Gets a lovely cross in there, headed clear, only as far as the Gateshead shirt, but couldn't be controlled and hooked clear by Bradford Park Avenue. Williamson wins the header. And Nicholson just gets in front of Akil Francis there to clear the ball. Nicely brought down by Kedwin Scott. And now the ball's back with Dan Ward. Macaulay Langstaff dropping deep to receive the ball. The ball's played forward for Campbell to try and run onto, but way too much on it, and out it goes for a goal kick. But I think, so we touched on it in the first half, Charlotte. I think we just need to have a little bit more composure in the final third. We've got the ball at our feet a few times in and around the box, but we just seem to be being a bit rash with the ball.
Yeah, I think just decision making and just don't force things. Make sure you go forward with quality.
Well, if Gateshead do need to change it up, they do have Paul Blackett on the bench, who's also started the season in not bad form. Goal from the bench as well this season. But Owen Bailey was caught there by Akil Francis. It's just rubbing his hamstring there as well, wasn't he, when he got up? But hoping he can see the 90 minutes out. He seems to be moving all right now. Maybe he just had an itchy leg. Ball played out onto the far side there as Kedwin Scott goes for a nice little flick. Second time around, he gets it to Macaulay Langstaff, who drives with the ball down to the dead ball line, crosses it in, takes a deflection corner, and that's a bit better from Gateshead. As Gateshead photographer Charles Waff is putting a stomp on to get round towards where the action is to get some photos. And Ollie's having to trot across behind the goal there to get the ball for this corner. Remember, you can message us. Let us know where you're listening from in the world if you're just joining us. We know there's a Gateshead fan in Switzerland. I think there's a chef out there. He's been putting plenty of photos up as the ball comes in. Headed clear by Bradford Park Avenue. The second clearance wasn't that great, but Dan Ward's there to pick it up. Can he cross the ball into the box? Plays it inside to Mike Williamson, who drives forward with the ball himself, down to the dead ball line, crosses it in. Scrappy stuff, hasn't been cleared. Owen Bailey misses the ball completely, but he still manages to get to it. And now Bailey lays it to Campbell on the edge of the box, goes for a crossover towards Williamson, nods it back in towards the 6 yard, middle of the box area there. Falls to Kedwin Scott, couldn't get his final touch off. Out it goes for there, and just wouldn't sit for Gateshead in the box. But start the second half off well here. It's all Gateshead in the first 4 minutes. Bradford goalkeeper in no hurry to take this. Goal kick. Takes the kick now, goes up towards left winger for Bradford Avenue, but out it goes for a throw in. We've got probably one of the smallest ball boys I've seen. He gets the ball to Robbie Tinkler. Look, quite a young set of ball boys today, but they're doing a good job. If you're going to be a ball boy, this is the time of year to do it, isn't it? You don't want to be doing it in the middle of December. Throw-in goes up towards Macaulay Langstaff, but Bradford managed to get there. Ollie does well just to get in amongst it, dispossessed, but the ball's back with Gateshead through Ward. Very scrappy at the moment, and free kick given there. Tinkler, his feet tangled up with Otley Henry there. Certainly an awkward player to play against by the looks of it, doesn't it? He's just hangs about, doesn't he? Like a bad smell.
He puts himself about, doesn't he? I think all the front lads do for Bradford.
One of them aggravating players that you love to have playing for you, but not against you. Headed in towards the box, but didn't make it there, and Ollie clears it. And now Macaulay Langstaff, can he chase this one down? He gets the ball, he needs some support though. He's got some players coming around with him. He's going to go for a shot himself. He goes, and it just always rised as soon as he connected with that one. But he had both Campbell and Kedwin Scott busting the gut to get up there with him.
Extra special thanks to our ball boys today, defending Magpies under 10s. You'll notice we're playing the single ball rules today.
And we've had a message from Emily Focus, where the ball boys from. Haven't heard just yet. Hopefully that might have been when I was reading that out there, with the talking about the ball boys, were they?
Yeah, it was Fellow Magpies, the ball boys.
Fellow Magpies, there we go. Oh, can Gateshead do what Bradford Park Avenue did? No. They managed to come away with the ball. Campbell's applying good pressure, and that's a great ball across to the far side. As Ross plays it inside to number 10. It drives down, gets a cross in. Gateshead managed to get it clear, but still not out the dangerous way. But Dan Ward plays it off a Bradford Park Avenue player for a throw on the far side. Well, Lewis Story, he's doing a fine impression of Rabsy Nesbitt, if you're old enough to remember who he is. Lovely headband down there, or Terry Butcher if you're older.
I don't know any of them, do you, Joe?
Terry Butcher I know, but the first ones went straight over my head.
Well, there'll be people of a certain age who'll remember who Rabsy Nesbitt is. The ball's played forward towards Macaulay Langstaff, just holds it up. Nice bit of vision, can see the run of Robbie Tinkler. Can he keep it in? He can. And now Gateshead can try and build. Pass back to Mike Williamson, plays it inside to Campbell. Campbell puts it out to Owen Bailey. Bailey's got Ollie in support, but plays it back to Tinkler now. Gateshead happy to be in possession. Is on the right hand side, plays it inside to Campbell. Campbell nearly picked out Robbie Tinkler. Now Gateshead trying to win the ball back, closing down Bradford. That's great stuff. And the ball's going to stay in for Campbell, who crosses the ball in but didn't get the connection. And now Bradford can try and hook this ball clear up the pitch, as they do, but only as far as Nicholson, who'll see it back to Chapman. You have to say Bradford are set up very much as they were in the first half with that lone striker up there waiting for the balls to come over the top. Nicely won by Dan Ward as sits up for Macaulay Langstaff, gets it back to Dan Ward on the edge of the box. Has to cut in with it. Central goes for the shot and keeper saves down to his left-hand side there. Well, got to make the keeper work, and Gateshead did that just there. Into the 54th minute, Gateshead 1, Bradford Park Avenue 1.
I think it's been very erratic start to the second half. Neither team really took control and kept it calm.
I think credit has to go to Bradford. They know how to disrupt Gateshead's style at the moment. They're not letting us have that freedom to pass it around the back like we have done in previous games this season. But Gateshead definitely have the keys to unlock that defence. You just got to have that composure that we talked about earlier on to pick out the right pass. Oh, Williamson plays it back to Jacobs. Turn across to Nicholson, who you'd forget ever played at right wing back. Kedwin Scott battles for the ball, and Bradford midfielder still going there. Dan Ward thought he was fouled. The ball's with Motley Henry, who heads it back there, but Gateshead managed to come away with the ball again. And Motley Henry's he's just like a rash, isn't he? He's there to aggravate and disrupt. He does it very well. Nice little flick inside there from Kedwin. He tries to put the ball over the top for Dan Ward, but the captain Harvin's there just to clear that one up. McCoy Langstaff wins the ball, gets it to Dan Ward. It's on the edge of the box on the right-hand side. Dinks the ball into Langstaff, who I don't think he expected that to come through. He didn't seem to get any contact with it and fouls the captain Haven. It's a free kick to Bradford just on the edge of their own box.
He's having a fantastic game. I think it was you, Jack, what said there Dan Ward was going to get a goal, didn't you?
That was me that fancied him for the
No, he's flying. He's all over, isn't he?
He's all over the place today.
I think he's really settled into that midfield role, because I think last season when he came, he was kind of played on the flanks a little bit, and so he likes to get out of the flanks, but I think he's enjoying that more central role at the moment. And I think Ollie's given him the freedom to get forward a little bit today, because normally we see Ollie in and around the box like what Dan Ward is doing. But there, the man himself picks up again. Dan Ward gets it to Macaulay Langstaff. Nice vision from Campbell to pick out Kedwin Scott. He's got the overlap there of Jacob, who brings the ball forward, looks to play into the centre of Macaulay Langstaff, brings the ball down, nicely dispossessed. And back to Bradford Park Avenue goalkeeper there. Yeah, if you don't know who Rabsy Nesbitt is, I suggest you look up a program called Naked Video from BBC back in the late 80s, early 90s.
I think I'll avoid that one.
It was just a comedy sketch show, and then it went on to be the Rabsy Nesbitt show after that. Never thought we'd be talking about that during... as a ball, lovely nod down from Tinkler to Campbell. Campbell looks up, plays the ball into the centre there, and there's the man, Dan Ward. Still got the ball, lays it off to Kedwin Scott. Gives it back to Ward. Can Ward go for a shot himself? He can. But like so many of the shots today, they've just risen over the bar. Well, we've got a Bradford player down there on the far side. Can't see whose shirt number it is. I think it might be Lund or Ross. Sorry. And another chance for teams to take on a little bit of water here. I think Bradford Park Avenue are going to make their first change. Looks like Luke Rawson is being prepared to come on for Ollie Johnson, who has been very quiet in the second half, and to be honest, had a bit of a quiet first half as well. I don't really remember mentioning his name a handful of times. But number 10, Ollie Johnson, is coming off. He's going to be replaced by number 17, Rawson, Luke Rawson. certainly he's got a
Substitution for
bit
Bradford
of height
Park
to him.
Avenue.
In fact, he's probably even taller than Akeel Francis.
17, Luke Wilson.
And the Jordan Preston lookalikes warming up as well. Well, here's that goal kick.
With a reminder of the 50-50 draw, winner is 0-4-5-2-0.
Well, Tinkler's having a good battle there with the substitute Rawson. Once gone to the ball. Ollie wins the ball back, but hands it back to Rawson. Rawson plays the ball across the middle of the park, but intercepted by Kedwin Scott. And if he looks up, Ollie's running through the centre. Nice ball out to Jacob on the far side. And dances past the first tackle, plays it back inside to Kedwin Scott. And looked like he's about to shoot, but gives it out to Macaulay Langstaff. And put out for a corner there. And a lovely, dangerous ball put in by Macaulay Langstaff. Nice to see Kedwin getting a little bit more central there in the build-up as well. Well, Bradford players back down. Well, he's back up. Wait for this corner to be taken by Greg Ollie. Gateshead's goal scorer this afternoon. This one comes in. Headed up. Keeper fumbled it and it hasn't been cleared yet. And really, the keeper should have done a lot better with that, as it looks like number 6 is down. Ryan Tolson.
But if there was a time for us to punish them, I think that was the one.
Well, as I say, it was just slipping around. He couldn't get a grip of it at all. And I thought Robbie Tinkler might have just been able to nod that one in. But the cynic in us says there's a lot of Bradford players going down at the minute when Gateshead's got a bit of pressure on her. Well, the Jordan Preston lookalike, number 12, is Jordan Windass, is coming on. And he replaces number 4, Luke O'Dunstan. I wonder if he's any relation to the Windass family.
Maybe, yeah.
It's that neck of the woods, isn't it? Where Dean Windass and Josh Windass are from.
Jordan Windass.
Well, Captain Harvin got a drop ball here. He's just going to clear this up the pitch. There we go. It's more of an attacking clearance there, if you ask me, but Owen Bailey laid off to Nicholson now. And he's under pressure there, and Keel Francis wins the ball back. Gateshead can get shirts back, and now the ball is crossed in, well, deflected out for a corner. And, well, the pressure from Bradford paying off there. Well, Stephen is listening from home as he can't get here due to having COVID. Well, we hope you get better soon. Back fighting fit, and more importantly, back here at the match, enjoying yourself. But stay safe, and hopefully it passes without incident. But we have a corner here to Bradford Park Avenue on the far side. Cross comes in. Chapman didn't get a finger to it, and it's gone right through. And the captain Harvin, can lay it back. Now it's with Windass. Windass puts a far one into the far side, and well, Nicky Clee couldn't get onto it, but it wasn't a bad idea, that. But Bradford have made 2 substitutions now. They're obviously looking to try and change something in this game. And I say, Charlotte, do you think Gateshead need to change much, or do you think it's just a case of just continuing with our plan?
Yeah, I think we just need to be a little bit more patient. Something will come, but we need to be careful not to make any more mistakes.
Langstaff has the ball. Just entering the final third on the far side. Chapman. Rawson with him for company. Plays it off him and goes to throw in on the far side. He was trying to get a corner there, but it bounced just behind them. Campbell chasing the ball down to the corner flag, gives it back to Kedwin Scott, who finds Dan Ward. Referee out to get it away. Now Ward goes for a shot. Beautiful goal! He struck it from the edge of the box. Absolute perfection. And Dan Ward has restored the lead. Well, you couldn't have hit that any sweeter, could you?
Great touch to drive inside as well. He looked like he was going to play out wide, changed his mind, went central.
Well,
Being selfish, but it paid off.
The keeper was always chasing that one to get across to it. And well, my prediction come right. He scored one. Hey! The 4-0 isn't going to happen, no, but I got Dan Ward right. But that's just what Gateshead needed there.
Absolutely, and I think he deserved that goal with the performance he's put in today.
Yeah, and Terry Wood has put get in. Well, I'll say 2 fantastic goals today for Gateshead so far, but there's still a long way to go here, and it's a free kick to Bradford Park Avenue just inside their own half. Yeah, but the time and space that he had there, and just to place that into the net, beautiful. Well, Windass stands over the ball, lofts it up towards Motley Haven, who was all over the back of Robbie Tinkler, and I don't ever like to see a player get carded, but how many of these little incidents can he get away with? 65 minutes gone here at Gateshead National Stadium. If you're just joining us, it's Gateshead 2, Bradford Park Avenue 1 in the FA Cup second round preliminary round. And, well, we've seen 2 fantastic goals. A sublime free kick from Greg Ollie and a masterful finish from Dan Ward, who has been absolutely just non-stop this afternoon in the middle of the park for Gateshead. And if anyone deserved a goal so far, it was definitely Dan Ward. And Campbell tries to play it out to Macaulay Langstaff, but it falls back to Dan Ward. Gets it out on the far side to Jacob. Back to Dan Ward. Gets it to Kedwin. Gets it all the way through. Can Macaulay make it 3? He can! Lovely build-up play. Laid off by Kedwin Scott. And there's the man of the moment, Macaulay Langstaff, to make it 3-1.
3-1. My prediction.
Wow, 66 minutes, and Gateshead just starting to turn the screw and get the answers to the questions they've been asking around the Bradford Park Avenue defence. And that was a lovely bit of play between the forward line there, and very unselfish of Kedwin Scott just to lay that off, and beautiful finish.
Yeah, brilliant. Macca keeps his goal scoring streak going. I think it was coming since we've came out for the second half of being on top, so
lovely. And we've got a lot of messages coming in there. It's Sean Paris put just what we needed. Come on, lads. Terry Wood, yes. And Aaron Pinkett has put Macaulay Langstaff is on fire.
I mean, goals change games, and that Dan Ward's goal there certainly changed the momentum forward.
Well, not 90 seconds before that, I was asking the question, do we change anything?
I know, and just be patient. It'll come.
It certainly has. As the ball comes in, Gateshead have to defend there. Nice from Nicholson, just to outstretch the leg, but the danger's not over yet. Ball comes in. Nicholson again, standing firm and clearing the ball. Rawson now puts the ball into the box, and Chapman just plucks that out the air.
Big reaction from Bradford, this.
Yeah, and it looks like there's been a clash. Well, tackle on the far side. I think Owen Bailey might have caught the player, and referee wants the ball.
I was about to say, do we push for even more goals? But judging by their reaction, I think we need to be wary of that.
Certainly do. Well, it's Isaac Marriott is back up on his feet from the far side, and I know some people mocked us the other week for saying Macaulay Langstaff's got the skills to pay the bills, but I think he's overpaying at the minute. It's going to fall Langstaff again. Can he control it and get it out to his teammate? He can, as Tinkler now was fouled on the edge of the box, and that's a free kick. And well, number 8 again. Surely this is the time when the yellow card is going to come out, and it is. And Motley Henry, he's been an absolute tenacious midfielder. He's made life hellish, but there's only so many times you can foul someone without getting booked. Well, Macaulay's been a little bit cheeky. I think he's trying to get it on the edge of the box, the ball there. Referee says okay. It was very close to being a penalty, but it was just outside the box, that tackle. But Greg Ollie comes over to take this one. Listening from Geddington, 200 miles from home. Great commentary, thank you very much. Sean Parry, 3-1. We're definitely finding our feet. Well, we've got another opportunity to get the ball in the box as Ollie puts this in, and in comes the ball! What a finish from Matty Jacob. Another player that's deserved the goal today. He's been absolutely fantastic down that left-hand flank. And, well, he took that well, didn't he?
Yeah, fantastic. We're seeing in the first half how good he is in the air, and he's just shown that there. That should hopefully put the game to bed now.
Wow. As I say, the fans in attendance are enjoying this, and hopefully you are at home as well. It's Gateshead 4, Bradford Park Avenue 1, 69 minutes gone. And, well, if Gateshead carry on like this, it's in danger of becoming a cricket score. But as I say, while the goals are flowing, I think from a personal point of view, keep them going, keep the confidence high amongst the side. Well, it's either going to go one or two ways from here. Bradford are going to push and open up again even more, or they're just going to sit tight and try not to get embarrassed here. But regardless of whatever happened so far, Gateshead, wow, it's they've been patient, waited, and the opportunities have come. And let's see, three great goals in the second half.
I can see a lot of fouls coming after this, though. Well,
Rawson brings the ball. That was a nice touch the first time. He tried to swing his other leg at it when he turned. Just lost his composure and over he went. But I see a young man warming up down there. Connor Panny, do you think this is the time to introduce the young man into the first team while things are going well?
Yeah, I think so. He's been with it quite a long time now. Panny, he's more than hold his own. So I think they could definitely trust putting him on. He's scored a goal in the Youth Cup as well, didn't he?
Yeah, they had a good penalty win against Spennymoor, which is a very good win indeed to progress through in the FA Youth Cup. But Kedwin Scott on the far side just couldn't control it. Good pressure from the defender on the far side. But yeah, I think if you see Connor come on today, I think it'll be a good test for him, because this is by no means, it's 4-1, but they're not a pushover Bradford Park Avenue. It's a strong midfield to try and get past.
And I mean, what an experience for him. 17-year-old coming on in an FA Cup game when the game's like this.
Well, Brad Doherty is going to come on here, and didn't quite see who the number was on the far side.
Substitution.
On the far side.
Bradford Park Avenue.
Is it Clee that's went off?
Number 11.
Yep. So Nicky Clee has left, and now we have Brad Doherty. Surprised Nicky Clee's went off, because he scores a lot of goals at this level. So I'm not too disappointed to see him leave the action. But Gateshead have kept him quiet today. And if you're late to the party, it's Gateshead 4, Bradford Park Avenue 1 here at Gateshead International Stadium. 72 minutes gone, and Gateshead have 1 foot in the next round. But a lot can happen. It's the FA Cup. We're not going to count our chickens as Campbell brings the ball forward, lays it out to Macaulay Langstaff, puts a lovely little dink ball for Campbell to run on to. He gets it, turns, lays it off to Macaulay Langstaff. Oh, a curling effort. It looked like it was goal bound, but just curled away from the far post. Macaulay's starting to enjoy himself out there now, isn't he, since he's got a goal and helped set one up as well. And
he's full of confidence at the minute back, and it's great to see him scoring so many goals. I hope it continues.
A big thank you to everyone attending today. The total attendance is 502, with 34 away supporters.
Well, I was 6 short of how many was from Bradford Park Avenue, but 500, over 500 here today. Would have been nice to see a few more faces here today, but
that was a good chin from Dan Ward there in the middle.
Well, ball's played forward, and Gateshead can just let that run all the way back to Chapman, who in truth's had a quiet game, really, hasn't he? He hasn't had that much to do. He's had the ball at his feet a fair bit, though, the way we play, but as of being called into action, I don't think he's actually had to pull off a save, has he, so far? Bradford keeper clears this all the way up. towards Bailey. And Motley Henry on the far side. Gives it back to Windass. In turn, picked out a Gateshead player, and it comes off Windass for a throw in on the far side. Well, Terry Wood, he nipped to the toilet. He's asking who scored the fourth. It was Matty Jacob, a good free kick from Greg Ollie, and there he was to plant it home straight into the back of the net. And Natalie Barker's put as a great goal from Matty Jacob.
4 different goal scorers as well.
Coming from all across the park. We've got a defender, midfielder, and striker scoring so far. And we've seen a little bit of frustration from Akil Francis, and I don't blame him really. He's had a very. It's always tough to play up front by yourself anyway, but he's had little to no support today, has he? Well, ball played forward, goes through to Campbell. Nice control, gets it to. Must have handled it there. What he had got it through to Macaulay Langstaff. Free kick to Bradford, which are quickly taken. Motley Henry on the far side, cuts inside with the ball, lays it off to Marriott. A little bit of the intensity of the game's died off a little bit at the moment, as Doherty plays it all the way back to Harvin, the keeper. The captain, sorry, not the keeper. Now they look to build again as Marriott pings the ball out to the left-hand side towards Lund. Way too much on it, and out it goes for a goal kick. Well, we talked about it happening, and here it is. Connor Panny is going to come on. It's going to replace one of the goal scorers, Dan Ward, who, well, I know all joking aside, I predicted a goal from him, but what a performance he's put in this afternoon.
Down the road, being replaced by number 13, Connor Panny.
Well, it says 14 on the team sheet, but 17 on his back. We'll blame the kit man.
Connor's shirt says 17, team sheet says 14. It's definitely number 17, Connor Panny.
Oh, Ken Richardson, he's a legend. Well, ball all the way back with Captain Harvin, under pressure from Macaulay Langstaff, turns his man and plays it back to the keeper. Greg Ollie wins the header there, and Mike Williamson just sees that out. Strong play. Oh, and takes a roll on the track there. Sure, Jackie, all that hard he did was bounced off the track back up onto your studs.
Yeah, that wouldn't have bothered me.
Well, Panny putting under pressure, number 7, Marriott. Now Ross. It's played forward, finds number 8, Motley Henry. Now it's back out to Ross. There's a few players in around the box. The cross comes in. Headed clear by Williamson, only as far as the edge of the box. Campbell does well to nod it out further, but only as far as a red and black shirt. Ollie intercepts and now lays it off to Macaulay Langstaff. Back to Ollie. Now Connor Panny gets his first touch, plays a ball out towards Macaulay Langstaff, and just too much weight on that one, all the way through to the keeper. Well, I feared a nervy second half when we went in at half time, and obviously it's turned out all right so far, isn't it? It's
Just to say, went through your pockets, your handbags, your holdalls, whatever. The 50-50 has been won, has been taken from the office here. £125 has gone to a worthwhile winner.
So if you are listening here at the match, check your pockets. You could have the 50-50 draw. I think if it was Charlotte or Jack, they would have put the mic down and ran off to get it. And Connor Panny gets the ball from Jacob. It's back to Bailey. Greg gives it through now to Jacob, finds Adam Campbell, plays a didn't get much power on that one, did he, with his left foot, and went past the post. But another good opportunity.
I think he was worried of missing the opportunity.
Well, we know there's certainly goals in this side. The question is, will we see another one?
It's went a little bit flat now, hasn't it?
I think the urgency of trying to get into the game has went, but Connor Panny, lovely ball through to Kedwin Scott. Has to come back a little bit on his run. Can he lay it off to someone? Macaulay Langstaff, it didn't come off his boot the way he wanted it. And now Connor Panny, unfortunately his touch just takes it out there. But his initial ball through to Kedwin Scott was beautiful off the outside of the boot.
Weighted perfectly.
And Macaulay Langstaff is just down on his knees at the moment. Hopefully he's all right. He's up. Well, Lund plays it inside. Now into with Ross on the right back. Finds Windass. Windass plays the ball forward for Motley Henry to run onto. Nicholson's there for company. Takes it to the corner flag. He's under pressure. Gets past Nicholson. Still driving with the ball along the dead ball line. Tries to cut it back and he's give away a foul. Well, we've seen two substitutes already from Gateshead. Will we see the introduction of Paul Blackett maybe in the last 10 minutes? You wouldn't be shocked. See him get on, try and get a goal himself. Bailey plays ball forward to Tinkler, who tries to flick the ball on, get past, but didn't quite beat his man. Now Doherty under pressure from two Gateshead players. Just come away with the ball. Bradford. Harvin plays it back to his keeper. Well, I think the keeper wants this game over as soon as possible by the looks of it, doesn't he? His clearance there or pass. Well, it was neither really, and just out to play it went. Matty Jacob got the ball now. Throws it down the line towards Kedwin Scott, who draws the foul. Free kick to Gateshead, about 2 yards off the touchline on the far side. 16 yards from the corner flag. Greg Ollie. So we haven't really spoke much about what Greg's done this afternoon. He obviously scored the goal and obviously set up the Matty Jacob one as well with that other free kick.
I think across the full team, I think everyone's played well. So I think Dan Ward's been a standout for me, but I think everyone else is.
Another delivery comes in. It's 5-1. Matty Jacob again. Well, we were just speaking about what that combination was before, and there you go. 5-1, 82 minutes gone. Gateshead National Stadium. And Gateshead, you'd think it's safe to say they're into the next round of the FA Cup qualifying. Well, looks like we're going to see another substitution here. And I think we are going to see
Gateshead goal, number 24, Matty Jacob.
Well, he isn't on my team sheet, but Ryan Womble's coming on.
Yeah, I don't think Paul Blackett's involved today.
Well, there we go. The captain, Greg Ollie. He's created two. He's scored a magnificent one as well. And he comes off to a good reception from the Tyne and Weir stand. And, well, we see Dan Ward caught the eye today, but you could definitely throw Greg's hat in the name for man of the match as well, couldn't you? Matty Jacobs done himself no harm either. I wouldn't really like to be the one picking the official man of the match today. imagine there'll be maybe 3 to 4 minutes added on again at the end of this, and if that's the case, we've probably got about 10 minutes left of action. As the ball comes in, Nicholson clears the ball again. Fantastic clearance. He's made so many crucial interceptions today. Yet another player that's had a fantastic game. So it looks like Tinkler has went into midfield, and Ryan Womble has took that right back slot. The former Sunderland youngster. He's enjoying a good start to his Gateshead career. And the Gateshead fans are happy behind us. If you're not happy at 5-1 up, then there's something wrong. But a nice turn from Kedwin Scott there, picks out Panny on the far side and trying to get it past his man, but wins a throw in.
Substitution for Gateshead, leaving the pitch, number 10, Greg Ollie, replaced by number 18, Ryan Womble.
Oh, Langstaff gives it inside there now. Kedwin has the ball to Langstaff. Gives it to Connor Panny, who is back to Langstaff. Langstaff, nice footwork to get past his man. Goes for a shot himself. I think it deflected off Robbie Tinkler there. And out it goes. That was a nice bit of footwork there, wasn't it, from Macaulay? Just got past his man. Well, some scores from around the FA Cup. York are winning 2-0 against Hebburn, and Blythe are drawing 1-1 at the moment. I believe it was a J.J. O'Donnell goal for Blythe as well. Mike Williamson with a powerful header there forward as Lund brings the ball down. As Motley Henry drives the ball to try and get past Campbell into the hands of Chapman, but it bounced away, and Gates can try and hook the ball up towards Macaulay Langstaff, but Kedwin's clearance has beat everybody and goes all the way through to Harvin, the captain. And we've got a message from Barry Lee, listening from Macclesfield and Mike Kitchen. What a game to cheer on. I'll say thank you very much. Game to cheer me up after a busy day. Thank you for joining us, Barry, and thank you to everybody else. Game's still not over yet. We've got 4 minutes of normal time remaining, plus some stoppage.
Today's man of the match for Gateshead, as sponsored by Modular, is number 12, Dan Ward.
Yeah, I think we can all agree with that one, can't we? He's been threatening to put in a performance like that all season. He's looked very good since he's went more central midfield this season. And, well, got his reward today with the goal and the man of the match award.
Definitely well deserved. He puts in a good defensive shift as well. He always breaks up the play.
Mike Williamson danced the ball past the oncoming Bradford player there.
Other than Dan, though, I think it would have been a very difficult decision.
Yeah, I think Ollie and Jacob could have both been very in the lane for that one. Well, Paul goes out for a throw in here to Gateshead. Campbell plays it off. What a good player there. Apparently, Windass is one of Dean Windass's son. So, obviously, I think the other one's Sheffield Wednesday now, isn't he? Had been at Rangers and Wigan. Josh Windass. Oh, McCall Langstaff intercepts the ball, plays the ball through for Connor Panny to run onto, but just way too much on it. The keeper comes out to clear it. And it goes all the way through to big Mike Williamson, who keeps the ball in, passes it back to Connor Chapman. I'm saying Connor Chapman. Jacob Chapman. I don't know why I call him Connor Chapman. Oh, and Michael Hood, former mayor of Gateshead, he's listening in from Tenerife. So, big thank you for messaging us and letting us know. We hope you've enjoyed it. Not jealous at all that you're sitting in Tenerife. And, Michael and John out there. Hope you're having a cocktail for us. Or a whiskey for Charlotte. As Kedwin Scott brings the ball down the right-hand side, puts a grass cutter in and cleared out for a corner. Well, the fans are chanting "We want 6" behind us, and I can't complain with what the scoreline is at the minute if it stayed like this. Campbell gets the ball. Goes into the centre there. Tinkler manages to lay it off to Kedwin. Kedwin puts out a cross. Oh! And Owen Bailey nearly come in there to nearly get a goal for himself. But anyone just tuned in, of course, we're joined by Charlotte Potts and Jack Hunter. Jack, if anyone wasn't listening earlier on, how far away are you from getting back on the pitch?
About 2 weeks, I think. I hope. So far, it's so good. So obviously frustrating, but when the lads are playing like they are today, it's a bit easier.
Yeah, and of course, it's a pleasure to have Charlotte with us here for the first time as well. Like, have you enjoyed your first foray into commentary?
I thoroughly enjoyed.
Oh, that's good. We'll have you back. As Kedwin Scott was just dispossessed there, but it lands back to Bailey, and now Robbie Tinkler looks to play the ball out to Kedwin Scott, who is going to drive in, plays the ball in himself towards Macaulay Langstaff, and who clear now. Tinkler goes one from distance. Nicely spotted to see Campbell out on the far side. Can Campbell cut in? Goes for a shot himself, deflected out for a corner. And, well, I think Bradford just cannot wait to get on that coach to go home now, can they?
I mean, there's still time yet. We're in stoppage time now.
Well, we're going to see how long they're waiting for, how long it's going to be here. And the ball's coming into the box. 4 minutes added on. We're into that already. So about 3.5 minutes left. But after feeling a little bit nervy going into half time, say 10 minutes into the second half, we didn't have much to worry about, did we?
Not at all. Very good reaction.
Roger Ely's put, we need Jack back so we can get a clean sheet.
I like that. Who's that?
That's from Roger Ely.
I like you, Roger.
You like a clean sheet, Jack?
Yeah, it's my bread and butter clean sheets. That's what I go out there to try and achieve.
Likewise, we've got 2 this season with Sunderland already. So
Well, we've challenged Jack when he gets back for a 40-yard screamer at some point this season. So,
no, I think keep the mindset of the clean sheet, Jack. We need one.
oh, as Motley Henry there tried to get towards the ball on the far side, out it goes. And, well, it's been a fantastic day at the office for Gateshead. 5-1 winners. It looks like we're going to end this game and into the next round. And so you've got to hope for another home draw, really, haven't you, in the next round?
Yeah, definitely. Who's in the next one? Is it I think, who comes into this round?
It's the same teams. Then the National League team, the league above us, come in the 4th round. They've only got 1 qualifying round to get round. So we've got 2 more games to get through to get to the first round proper. If we're fortunate enough to do that this season.
Do you know when the next round is? When the next round of games are?
It'll probably be in about 2 weeks. And the way it normally works out. But Tinkler is trying to get in the action edge of the box. Campbell picks up the loose ball. Can he cross it across? He can. And it's in! Takes a wicked deflection. And Campbell makes it 6-1. And, well, he's been doing a lot of the dirty work today. The donkey work, should we say. Running around, making life hell for midfielders and defenders alike. But he's popped up with one at the end.
Yeah, he deserves that, lads. He's been brilliant all season. So I'm pleased for him to get the goal.
Yeah, and, well, he took a wicked deflection, but it was definitely going to be on target regardless. But 6-1, and Gateshead can really have a cheap meal tonight. Do you think you'll have one, Jack?
Aye, the lads will. They've earned
some
it.
of these sweets, Jack.
I know I brought a little packet of Haribo for them each, and I haven't touched the supreme athletes. Well, I say, can't be much time left here. The fans are getting greedy now. They're saying we want 7. As Motley Henry has the ball on the far side. Nice little layoff, and the ball is going to be taken down to the dead ball and crossed in. And Rawson just couldn't get a stud to it. If he had got any contact, that would have been in the back of the net. And well, you would imagine that this goal kick is probably one of the last kicks of the game, as Jacob Chapman just stretches out a little bit on the far side there, a little bit of cramp. Sorry, it didn't go for a goal kick. It's a throw in here. There we go. Ball cleared up the pitch towards Macaulay Langstaff, who dispossessed there. Motley Henry, fouled by Chapman. Quickly taken to Rawson. He's on the far side of the box, crosses it in. There's a bit of a off-the-ball tussle there between Tinkler and Motley Henry, but Bradford still in possession. Doherty plays it inside. Marriott's going to have a speculative shot, and well, there's more than a speculative shot. It was a great finish from Marriott. Gets 2 for this afternoon, and it's 6-2 here. And well, it's a good finish, but you would like to have finished at 6-1, wouldn't you? Well, Marriott with 2 goals this afternoon for Bradford. Let's give the Bradford fans something to cheer about towards the back end of this game. And that was the last kick of the game. Gateshead 6, Bradford Park Avenue 2. We've seen some fantastic goals today, but a good performance and a great result, and we're into the hat for the next round, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah, fantastic result. Nice to get 6 goals as well. The confidence for the league games as well coming up. So all round, I think a good day.
It certainly is. And Charlotte, you said right from the beginning we had to be patient and bide our time. We didn't panic. We didn't make any changes that weren't forced, apart from the Mike Williamson one in the first half. And the gaps opened and the goals came.
Definitely, I think they work well together, really well as we go forward. When you keep the quality and be that clinical, showed how clinical they were. 6 goals, excellent.
They certainly were. Well, a massive thank you to Charlotte Potts and Jack Hunter for joining us on the commentary this afternoon. It's been a great result. We hope you can enjoy this result tonight. Have a few beers, maybe have a cup of coffee. I don't know. Whatever your tipple is, you go and do that tonight. We'll be back with the Heat Army podcast on Thursday night. We hope to have Macaulay Langstaff on and hopefully another guest to talk about this game and preview next week's game against Gloucester. Say everyone stay safe, and we'll see you next time. And Jack and Charlotte, thank you once again.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem. Thank you for having me.